Welcome to the Soul Happy Success Show. Coach Rebecca here. And today's show comes to you direct from one of my one-to-one coaching clients. So shout out to her. One of my clients said the other day, after she got her first client, can we celebrate for a moment? We were on our Zoom call, we were celebrating, we're excited, we're talking over each other because we're just like so hyped up. You know, when you're just so excited and everyone's trying to get their word in. And as we calmed down the situation, because we were hyped, then she said, there are just points where you think, when will I get paid? And I thought, oh, but we know now when you're going to get paid because we have our first measurement. So you're going to know exactly now. And I thought this was the perfect topic for today because if I've heard it once, I've heard it 100 times. Maybe you've said it to yourself. I certainly said it to myself in the beginning. I thought, where's the next amount of money going to come from? Especially when you leave your job, to have that financial stability of knowing, I know this money's going to come in, is just, it's like a chef's kiss. Perfect. We love that. We love that in business when we know the money's coming in. So today I want to give you a ratio that I live by in business. I teach all my clients. It takes away the financial pressure and stress. It's the perfect next step. If you listen to the last two episodes on how to manage your money and you heard the journey from 5-figure debt to 5-figure months. So if you want to know exactly what that looks like in business terms, you're in the right place. And it starts with something you won't want to do. No one wants to do this part. I know it's not fun. I know it's not sexy, but you have to have an honest look at how much you've done to attract the current clients that you have. So if you already have clients, this part's for you. If you don't worry, we're getting to you in a hot second. And this is confrontational. Like my clients hate it. And they'll ask, why aren't we there yet? And if we look at the numbers, it's really, really clear, right? So if you track your output in what you do to attract clients, maybe it is posts on social media, maybe it's you have a podcast or a YouTube channel, maybe you sell directly in the direct messages, maybe you are still on that kind of at the beginning, you have beta clients that potentially will transfer into being paid clients. So my question is like, what's your number? And how often are you making the sale based on what you're doing right now? And if you don't know, or you're at the beginning, or you're just not 100% sure if you're taking the right action, right? Then this ratio really is for you. And it's also for you to take a look at your numbers of what you're doing now. Maybe you know exactly. Maybe you look on your Instagram, you say, well, I've done 500 posts and I've had one client. So every 500 posts is one client, right? But if you're not 100% sure and you want real clarity, then let's look at this simple formula to work out how you can guarantee those clients as close as you can guarantee clients in the entrepreneurship space. Now, I call it the 10-to-1 ratio. And this is a typical sales conversion that I heard 3 years ago, and it said that for every 10 sales calls that you make, you will convert one. Okay. So for every 10 pitches that you make of your services, you will convert one. Convert one means one will pay you, right? And this is so it was specifically sales calls. So I want to be very clear. These 10 that you're looking for are in-depth sales situation conversations, right? This is where we are really getting into it with people, is a 10-to-1 ratio. So to get the 10, we're going to need to do 10-to-1 again, and we're going to need to have 100 conversations. So 100 conversations verging on sales. Are you interested in the sales call? Would you like to jump on a call with me? Would you check out my program? Those kinds of things. We need 100 of those for one to convert at the 10-to-1, right? Then we're going to 10-to-1 again. Because how'd you get those conversations? You're going to have to take 1,000 actions. All right. So it means that for every 1,000 actions that you take, you get one client. If we break it down this way, right? And I know that 1,000 seems like a lot. It seems way too many. You're like ready to throw in the towel and think, do you know what? I'm not doing 1,000 things to get one client. And right now I'm charging, $47. Yeah. Like, it's not to scare you, it's to give you a realistic understanding of the numbers, because no one's doing that. Everyone's just saying attract clients, magnetize clients, have so many clients coming in like a flood, not a trickle, crickets to clients. And I love all of the work that all of the people in this space are doing, but not enough people are just breaking it down and saying, hey, it's a number. Let's detach our self-worth from it and understand that it's going to take a little bit of work. So I'm just here to keep it real and to be honest. And I know that 1,000 seems like a lot, but I would personally, I'm a big people pleaser. If you can relate, just DM me at Soul Happy Success and let's talk about it. But I'm a big people pleaser. And if someone said, hey, you have to take 1,000 actions and you're going to dramatically change someone's life, because that's what you do in your business, just like I do in mine. You're dramatically changing someone's life. I believe it. I would do it. I'd do it. I would do those 1,000 actions. I'd have 1,000 conversations with the same person if that's what it took. 1,000, 1,000, 1,000 is always my focus. Now, if you do this, here's the fun part, right? If you do this, then you'll find what the peak conversion is for you. And I want to give you an insight, because 1,000 is a really big number. Probably half the people that clicked onto the show have clicked off. And you know what? I love that for them. But for those of us that have stayed, now you get the golden freaking ticket, because if you look at these numbers over time, and I've been doing this for a year now, this specific method I've been doing for a year now, then you'll find out what your actual conversion is. And my conversion is 54.5 actions. That is not 1,000, is it? You will convert at a higher rate. This is in the high ticket coaching space, 54.5, and I have a high ticket sale under my belt. Now, I've been doing this for a few years. So if you're thinking, oh, like I've taken way more than 1,000 actions and haven't got my first client, maybe it's time to reach out to someone who can support you and who can guide you into what a sales conversation is, or the prospect of a sales conversation is, and navigate that. But it's likely that you're at the beginning, right? You've maybe not got your first clients, but like my clients right now, some of my clients, not all of them, some of them right now are at the very beginning. They're trying to work out what this number is for them. And when you get it, and it's way below 1,000, like when I would look at that and I think 54.5, that is so easy. That is so easy. You can do that. You can also do 1,000. That's so easy. That's so easy. You could post on your Instagram every single day, once a day, for less than 3 years. You could have a program, it doesn't matter what it costs. If you are pitching every single day, that's why they talk about consistency all the time. How consistent, because it's just another number. So get yourself a spreadsheet. We have one in our house. Get yourself a spreadsheet. It's not hard, right? Get yourself a spreadsheet, or, come to me, DM me at Soul Happy Success. I'm happy to help you out. Get yourself a spreadsheet and start writing down what you're doing. Start writing it down. Start taking track of your numbers. Work it out. Feel so good about yourself when you know your numbers. So you actually have the stability if you want to leave your job. You know exactly when you're going to do it, because you know how much work you have to put in. So you're working smarter, not harder. You're not doing a million things to try and make it convert. You're doing one thing. Taking track of these one numbers, doing this one thing. One of my mentors once said, business is boring. Now, I don't think she means the concept of business is boring or what we do is boring, because it's not. But the repetitiveness, if you can do something 1,000 times, you're going to get really good at it. And your number's not going to be 1,000. It's going to be less than 54, I'm sure. And let's start learning this lesson that I highlighted earlier. The reason why I focus on numbers so much is because we have to detach our business from our self-worth. If you think if someone unfollows you or if something doesn't sell, that is a reflection on you, and you're taking that on as an identity, business is going to be really hard. Entrepreneurship is going to be really hard. It's not going to be enjoyable. But if you just think, it's just another number, it's just another number. Oh my gosh, the lightness, the joy. I can do 54.5 reach outs tomorrow. Get myself a client if I want. How great does that feel? Oh my gosh. All the financial pressure. If I want something really bad right now, I'll just go do that. I know exactly what I've got to do. I know exactly what I have to do. And it's so simple. It's so simple. So I hope this helps you today. If this was helpful, please like, please subscribe, share it with a friend. Let's get this information out there so that we can understand that business can actually be really easy and really fun when we detach it from ourselves and we just focus on that 1,000 to start. And then we start to realize it's not 1,000. It's got to be way less than that. And in the meantime, I will see you back here next week on the Soul Happy Success Show. And I'll be over here believing in you.